Right now, almost half of your brain's energy is being wasted. Your eyes jump from screen to screen, processing an endless flood of information. And your mind never rests. But monks in India discovered something 3,000 years ago. If you calm your gaze, you calm your mind. And that's just one of 6 ancient rituals from 6 different countries that can slow down your life. The main idea is understanding how we can live with more intention and focus on the present moment. By looking at traditions from India, Spain, Japan, the Netherlands, Denmark, and Italy, we can learn practices for a more balanced life using just a little bit of intention. 1. Trataka, the ritual of intentional stillness. Our minds are restless because our eyes are restless. Almost half of our brain's energy is dedicated to vision. From the moment we wake, our eyes move endlessly, rarely resting. The mind follows this motion, always reaching for the next thing to see, to know, to solve. But what if we could calm the mind by first calming the gaze? The first ritual comes from the Hatha Yoga tradition in India. It's called Trataka, a Sanskrit word meaning to gaze or to contemplate. In this ancient practice, you rest your eyes on a single point, often a candle flame. As your gaze steadies, the body softens and the mind begins to quiet. The flame becomes a mirror for your inner world, revealing how attention flickers, how thought wanders, and how stillness slowly returns. This practice brings measurable cognitive and physiological benefits. By forcing the brain to maintain singular focus, you're essentially training your concentration and quieting mental noise. People who practice report a decrease in anxious thought patterns and significant improvement in sleep preparation. So this is a powerful tool for reducing stress, anxiety, and mental restlessness. By quieting the eyes, which process 80% of all sensory data, the practice directly calms the mind. But this practice should be approached with care. Forcing your gaze should be avoided. People with serious eye conditions like glaucoma or those prone to migraines should consult a professional before practicing. 2. La Sobremesa, the ritual of connection. In our modern efficiency culture, time is a resource to be optimized. Meals are gulped down in minutes, often in front of a screen. But in Spain, there's a sacred social ritual called Sobremesa. The literal translation is over the table. It's the time spent at the table after the meal is finished, when the plates are empty, but the conversations are full. In a traditional Spanish restaurant, it's considered rude for a waiter to bring the check without being asked, because that would rush the ritual. But what makes this ritual so special for anyone trying to live more intentionally? Because Sobremesa is a moment where time slows down and connection takes the lead. When no one is in a hurry, conversations flow in a different way. They move from small talk to real connection. This kind of slow time together builds trust, strengthens bonds, and creates a quiet sense of belonging. Sharing stories and laughter after a meal becomes more than a habit. It's a gentle way to stay present with each other. 3. Chado, the ritual of full attention. What if, for a few hours, you could step into a perfect world? A world without chaos, disrespect, or distraction, governed entirely by beauty and intention. That's the purpose of Chado, the Japanese way of tea. Introduced to Japan by Zen monks who use tea as a meditation aid, the ceremony is a highly choreographed ritual where every movement is precise and economical, designed for maximum grace and efficiency. It's a form of hospitality where every action by the host is dedicated to the guest's well-being. Preparing matcha is the central act. A precise amount of tea powder is whisked with hot water in a bowl until it becomes a frothy liquid. Adopting the spirit of Chado in daily life is less about perfect movements and more about presence. It's the art of giving your full attention to what's in front of you, whether that's making tea, writing, or simply breathing. When you move through daily tasks with that kind of awareness, time slows down. The mind settles. Even ordinary routines begin to feel lighter, more intentional. This quiet focus reduces stress, restores balance, and helps you reconnect with the pace of real life. Four, Niksen, the ritual of doing nothing. We live in the attention economy. Every spare second of our brain is a target to be captured, monetized, and filled with a feed, a notification, or breaking news. Our culture has taught us that doing nothing is laziness, a waste. But in the Netherlands, they have a word for it, Niksen. It literally means doing nothing. It's like being idle, intentionally and without purpose. When we're doing nothing, our brain isn't actually idle. It activates what's called the default mode network. And this network is crucial for memory consolidation, self-reflection, and creative problem solving. It's during these moments of unfocused thought that the brain makes new connections and generates new ideas. We need this mental space to process all the stimuli we receive. That's why idle time matters. A rested, relaxed mind makes better decisions and boosts productivity. Practicing Niksen can be as simple as staring out a window, sitting on a park bench, or listening to music without doing anything else. The key is removing the intention to achieve anything. By letting your mind wander, Niksen also helps reduce anxiety and stress, providing necessary recovery from mental exhaustion and preventing burnout. Now, before we continue, I want to hear from you. In your culture, is there a practice or ritual for staying focused and calm? Sharing these ideas is how we keep this wisdom alive. 5. Slow food, the sacred meal ritual. Our next ritual doesn't begin in an ancient temple, but in a modern protest. In 1986, when a McDonald's was about to open in a historic square in Rome, a resistance movement emerged. Journalist Carlo Petrini started a protest, saying this wasn't just about a restaurant. It was a symbolic attack of industrial speed and homogenized food against Italy's rich culinary traditions. And from that protest, a global movement was born: slow food. The philosophy is built on 3 words, a triad that challenges the entire industrial food system. Food should be good, clean, and fair. Good, tasty, seasonal, and part of local culture. Clean, produced in ways that don't harm the planet, animals, or our health. Fair, fairly priced for consumers. And vitally, fair wages and conditions for small producers. The slow food movement is a political act. It reframes us from passive consumers to active co-producers, arguing that our most mundane choices, like what we eat for dinner, have profound implications. Because when we stop to examine how we're feeding ourselves, it stops being just a physiological act and becomes a process of awareness of our bodies and the entire chain that brings us food. Six, Hygge, the ritual of comfort. Hygge is a Danish word with no direct translation. Its roots come from Old Norse, meaning something like sheltered from the outside world. It's a concept born from long, dark Scandinavian winters. Hygge is the intentional art of creating a sanctuary of coziness, safety, and comfort. In small Danish villages, families gathered around the fire while snow covered the windows. Candles, warm drinks, and wool blankets created a sense of calm that helped them endure the cold months. That same spirit continues today when people slow down at home, light a candle, or share an evening meal without rushing. This practice helps create a clear boundary between the productive day and the time for rest and relaxation. Hygge essentially means finding joy and comfort in small things and simplicity, creating a safe and welcoming atmosphere. This leads to better sleep quality, reduced nighttime anxiety, and a greater sense of security and contentment. We've taken a small trip around the world to learn that the human desire for connection, stillness, and meaning is universal, and each culture has found its own language to express it. 6 rituals from 6 corners of the world, weaving the same wisdom. They teach us that calm and meaning don't happen by accident. They're the result of intentional practice. And they remind us that maybe the most powerful act in a fast-paced world is the simple, deliberate art of the pause.